Alrighty, so we have made it home with the new RCAs. But before we go ahead and start messing with the new boxes and subs and whatnot, we are going to, hey, look at them. So there's 6 bolts that hold in the stereo and the climate controls, 3 on each side. You go ahead and remove those and then everything literally falls right out. This stereo is super easy. Plug it. I just dropped one of the screws in here. Alrighty, so update. We found the screw that I just dropped in there, but to prevent that happening again, we went ahead and put the center console back because I do not feel like fishing for every bolt that I possibly drop. So, back to what we were doing. So as I was saying, 6 screws holding the head unit. Bottom to our climate controls. They drop down. Alrighty, so after you remove those 6 bolts, the radio falls literally right out. I know it looks like a rat's nest back here, but I promise you it's all organized chaos. There's literally 3 harnesses back here that plug into the OEM harness and everything works like factory. So all my steering wheel controls still work, everything still works. I can hook this up to the Wi-Fi and give it updates, everything like that. It's really cool. I'll show you the interface once we're done with the install here, but we found out that after removal, we only have 1 subwoofer wire. So the RCAs, it's obviously 2 wires, so I need a Y connector that's gonna go 2 into 1 so I can use the subwoofer output on the stereo. So I guess that means that we are going back to the store. So off we go. Alrighty guys, so we've returned from the store. This is what I was talking about earlier, the RCA adapter. This is hopefully the last piece of the puzzle to get the new subs installed. So let's get back to it. Boom, there's the subwoofer wire. So what we're gonna do is plug the adapter into here on this end, like so. And then we take our brand new RCA. Sorry, I'm trying to do this and record, guys. It's not the easiest. We take our brand new RCAs, like so. And we are in business. Now we have to run the RCA down through the dash, and then we're gonna run it along this door jamb here into the back, and then it'll be back there in the corner again. So guys, if you were gonna install an aftermarket head unit on one of these 2007 to 2013 GM trucks, it's super simple. The install is literally 6 bolts to remove it, and then the new head unit that I went with is plug and play, so you don't have to do any sort of cutting or anything to install it. Everything bolts right in, everything works. I don't have to buy any crazy harnesses or anything like that. Everything is supplied in the kit. If you're interested in picking one up for your truck, if you've got a truck like mine, then I'll go ahead and link it down below. Outside of that, we're just starting to run the wires through the dash down here as I talk to you guys. So first we're gonna run it down the same way we ran the USB cables that are hanging right here, because this thing is CarPlay compatible. If you can see that right there, you know it says CarPlay. So we're running it down through there. That's how we're gonna start the transition under the dash, and then it's gonna run down into the kick panel here, and then down under the door trim. Alrighty, I went ahead and dropped the glove box so we can run the wire back behind there. So let me turn the light on, make sure you guys can see. So you see that small hole right there? Right there? That's where we're gonna feed the RCAs through, and we're gonna run it back behind here. Plenty of room, we're gonna run it back behind there, and then it'll drop down right at the kick panel over on the side. And first we're gonna take off this piece right here, and then we'll take off the kick panel. So there's 2 clips right there, 1 and 2. They just pop out, and then all you gotta do with the RCA is run it right along there with all the other electronics. Alrighty, so we didn't put the kick pin on. We didn't put the little door jamb cover thing on yet up here because we need to run it under this piece right here. So we're gonna start in the front. We've got it ran along the front here, super clean. You step to the back, it's under the whole trim right here. And now we just need to run it under this last piece of carpet back up into the designated hole back there, and it'll be all done. So take the end of the wire under the carpet. There we go. Boom. There it is. Brand new RCAs back to their hole. Now we just need to pull the excess wire through. Now all we gotta do is pop this trim back on the edge of the door, and our new RCA is officially installed. Alrighty, so just to recap, RCA is installed, ran through there, ran under the dash, can't even see it, look, that little bit is peeking right there. That's it, ran under the door trim right here, come to the back, under the door trim, under the carpet, boom, right out the back to where it's supposed to go. Now all that stuff can go back together. So that means we are done up here with the dash. So all that's left to do is put that trim piece that goes around here with the vents back in, and then we'll go inside and start wiring up the new subs. Alrighty, so we have moved inside, and we are going to start by removing the subs out of the old box. As you can see here, we're gonna start by removing them out of the old box. And then we're gonna see which one is blown. I don't remember which one, whether it was the right one or the left one. So we're gonna check the ohms and see which one I blew. And then replace it with the new one that we have right behind me. Then we're gonna wire up the new box. So let's get to it. The last one, see, the subs have been pulled in and out of this box so many times that the last one was just spinning loosely in the wood. So that should tell you something. So the main difference between the box that the subs came out of and the box that I'm putting them into, besides this one being rhino lined and this one being carpeted, is one, the airspace on this one is less. This one only has 0.8 of airspace, and this one has 1.2 feet of airspace. And then second, that box over there is sealed, and this one over here is ported. And since I listen to a lot of hip hop and rap and stuff like that with heavy bass lines, the ported box is gonna be better. It's gonna allow the subs to move more air. And yeah. So now we need to determine which one of the subs is bad and then replace it with the new one. And then pretty soon we'll be making music.